Okay, I will start this video by saying that in general, the device that I'm going to be showing today is not probably suited for the high-end collector, the person looking for something rare, something exclusive. The purpose of this video is to show kind of a stepping stone in moving from one style of vaping into potentially what I've discovered is the greatest form of vaping for me, which is the Genesis atomizer. So with all of that said, and I have another disclaimer after the little intro bumper, what we're going to talk about today is the AGA2 Plus, or what I'm going to call the Agatwo, and I picked two of these up from smartvapes.com. And here we go. Alright, so, if you're on the high end or a collector, you can probably just move on. This is really more for the guy wanting to make the transition from, like I said, from Cardos or other technologies into Genesis. I do want to put a good disclaimer on this that Genesis isn't for everyone. In my personal opinion, it delivers the best vapor. It delivers, again, in my opinion, the best flavor. But there is a learning curve. It's not something that you're going to pick up and on day one just know how to do it. I will put a link right here for my tutorial on how I build a Genesis from scratch. But one thing that we've run into in this industry with people moving into Genesis devices, and I myself fell victim to it, I went out and spent like $2,000 on the most expensive rare Genesises I could find. I bought probably 8 to 10, $200 to $300 devices in the same week, because that's what I do. When I want to do something, I kind of go all in. So I got them in and I couldn't get them working. I couldn't get it going. I was so frustrated. I didn't spend a lot of money on stuff and I just couldn't make it perform the way I had seen it being performed in other videos. So with anything in this world, for me, now being a proficient Genesis user, the effort I put into learning how to wrap a coil, understanding resistance, understanding wattage, understanding what it took to custom tailor a vape, that effort was worth the final product for me. But it may not be for everybody. It's not something that you're going to pick up and in day one just know. So, that's kind of the disclaimer on Genesis and rebuildables, I guess, as a whole. So now on to the AGA2 Plus. This is a 22mm Genesis atomizer, glass tank. That's a great thing right there. It was only 3 months ago that to get a glass tank and a Genesis atomizer, you're looking at spending probably $300 to catch something that was rare, that was not readily available, and then you run into the price gouging. And so the glass tank's a big deal because I'm a menthol vapor. I'm getting to the point that I almost vape exclusively just menthol juices. So the glass tank's important to me. All you fluid folks out there, you gotta have glass. There's no polycarbonate, there's no PMMA, there's nothing but glass, Pyrex, borosilicate that is a sufficient material to store your juice. So the fact that the AGA2 Plus, AGA2 Plus, the AgaT2, has a glass tank is a big deal. And it's also a big deal because of the price point. I mean, you're talking about $25, $30 at more expensive vendors to get a really good Genesis Addy. So we'll take a vape off of it and see what we got to say next. Whoops, Caravella, gotta unlock it. Pretty good cloud. Now, the reason I think this is a really good starter device is the downside of it, is that it is a little harder to roll a coil on it. And to show you why, You gotta forgive me, I was adjusting my coil and I actually ripped my the top part of my wick just right before I did this video. the throw between the wick hole and the positive post is a little long. So if you notice, my wick's kind of running at this angle. I've got a really short wick in there. That is to get this closer to my positive post, and that eliminates some hot spot issues. This device also has this weird funny thing over here that's for doing it with silica. I use silica in my Genesis devices, not in others. But anyway, that's the only really the negative that I find. The voltage, it gets to the coil just fine, but it is a good long throw there, and that does create a hot spot. And it creates a hot spot that can be kind of hard to deal with from time to time. And I know others will say, no, that's not true, but that's just my experience with it. I so regret losing my 32 gig memory card the other day, and I'm down to my 8 and 2 videos in a row. I went card full right in the middle. But anyway, it's got a thumb screw right here that is good for tightening your wick. It's basically traps it between two of those thumb screws to close off your positive, and a nice big fat Phillips head screw to complete the connection over here. Now, with the AGAT, the first revision, I actually successfully did use this post to do a dual coil setup. So a coil on opposite sides of the Addy works real good. Just drilled an extra hole. And that's a cool thing about this platform, is that it's so cheap. You can do experimenting. You can. There's a lot of room on that Addy deck for you to kind of do whatever you want. They're 25 bucks. So if you've got access to a drill press or a drill and you want to play with it, you want to kind of put your own negatives in it and set up your own configurations, it's a platform that you can do that with. The 2 O-ring design, I have drilled my air hole out to 1/16. The draw that comes on them stock is ridiculously tight, but I'm used to 1/16, so everything gets 1/16. I also brushed it I'm in the process of brushing it. I'm almost there to get it to match the Caravella there. And the 2 O-rings really hold the top cap in there really, really nice. The 510 connector works pretty good. I'm just color coordinating my juice and my tank here. That's why I got a pink tip on it. And does a good job. So, I gotta say, I don't think you can go wrong for 25 bucks. Now I picked 2 of these up from smartvapes.com. I actually did buy them. I wouldn't give them to me to review or anything like that. And so we're gonna give one away. This one's for me, and the one in the other room is for one of you. So basically, all you gotta do is subscribe, post a comment on the forum that you're watching this video on, and that's it. What we'll do is on Sunday of next week, I will be doing another review I guess I'll do it with the Icarus review next week. I will announce the winner, just be a random drawing from the people who do subscribe, comment on this video, and on the forum that you are watching this video on. And so we'll take another vape. That's what I got. It's, again, you can't go wrong for 25 bucks, and it's a great starter Genesis. I don't think you're going to spend a couple $100 on something and then get disappointed. If you get to where you just can't do it, you're not out $200 or $300. But I will tell you, just watch the videos. Check out the tutorials. I've got a few. I know there's a ton of them out there. You can be a Genesis vaper, and the end results are absolutely worth the effort that you put into it. So one more vape and we'll call that a day. Not bad. It's Jamie JC West, ECF, Vape Pit, UK Vapors, New Vapors, Vapor Wall, Facebook, just about everywhere else. Be strong, vape on. See you again next time.